Oh no!
And don't mind if I taka.
Can be unstable.
Oh, I mistook his foot. Yeet. Alright, get rid of you. Someone is messaging me. Oh no. And there's no cutscenes to get in my way of doing that, so I gotta wait a second. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. I was looking at that message, my bad. Okay, they got that. Wants me to go over there. I will go over here, scrub. Can't tell me what to do, only advise where I go, and there was nothing over here. Also, I heard the magazine in, magazine out. It is funny how it's like, it's technically different groups, but because of how the character selector works, it's like, nope. Blah, 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 blah. Hey! Gundam is getting its own version of Warhammer 40k, as in the tabletop and miniatures. That's cool. However, that's a lot of money into those things and paints. Because any of you who know Warhammer stuff to begin with, and are avid collectors of the physical stuff, those miniatures are not cheap. I thought about it, but then I had to compare my actual ability to buy things and how much time and effort those would have all taken, and the paints and everything. I'm just like, I'm fine. To those of you who are giving, like, taking out loans for this stuff, I hope you're doing well. Because there are some people who have taken loans out to get Warhammer 40k stuff. To where the meme, even in debt, I still serve. Just like, come on now. Which, it's fine. You can do what you want with your money. Just make sure you got everything else handled. Okay, they're just asking me about stuff. Okay. Let's go. Oh god. Give him the wombos, the combos. Yeah. I really have enjoyed the mission structures so far in this game, and that how they've taken other things and they've made it smart in a way. To explain that, it's like the escort mission, the Serval Skull gladly did not have a health bar. That would have made that tremendously worse. Any escort mission, and you have to worry about a health bar that may or may not, like, be a problem for you. That's bad news bears. That's game design where you're like, no, the player must get good at the game for a second, so then they can do all that shenanigans. So, you know, it's always interesting with that whole shenanadoodas and all that. But yeah, all that fun stuff. People are always trying to message me whenever I'm in the middle of something. It's always annoying. I'll be at work and they'll be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I can't respond. I'm working. I'm doing things. The reason I don't fully do responses on the channel whenever I start getting those is because it's like, man, it's really, because it adds to the session time, and I don't want to do that, because then that's waiting and editing and trying to cut through all those fun things. I don't have a gene seed just yet. I'm curious where the gene seeds would kind of spawn. And if anything, I'm surprised I didn't find any during the Tyranid missions, but there might also, because they're Tyranids, that's probably why. They probably already stole them. They're singing, chanting? Okay. That's what I think of it. No heretic be singing on my watch. And if they are, it's not for long. Yeah. But yeah. Hiya. Hiya. Ah. It will always be fun. Like, if any of you guys are seeing when I'm doing the, like, stuff in the armory, I'm literally just trying to do quick little looks at those as quick as I can. It's when I'm off screen looking at it that I'm, like, actually looking at it. So if there's some equipment shenanigans that I'm getting wrong, then that's just due to me having to do the let's play quick look so it's not taking up too much time. Because that's the last thing I want to do is take up too much time for any of this. Even though a lot of the combat stuff might be sticking in, just depends on rants on if I'm just talking in general. Just because it helps to communicate, which is something I don't understand how in this day and age. Like, we live in a day and age where communication is as literally easy as looking down at your phone. Like, and yet we have so many communication errors and problems that it's kind of confusing. Like, how is it we go from having a ton of ways to communicate with each other, but whenever we're bad at it? I don't understand the being bad at it part. You know? Which has always been an interesting thing I've thought about, because there's plenty of things, like with family and stuff, I can see busyness-wise, but it's like, I don't know, communication, it exists. Why we're bad at it, or why miscommunications happen, it's kind of worrisome, you know? Because back in the day, in order to communicate with someone a vast distance away, you were writing a letter. You were writing a letter, you were getting ready to stamp it, do all that. Postage. Man. Back in them days. Granted, I didn't have to do... I like... The time period I grew up in was so weird. Because it was just before all the technology was booming. But it was like at the end of the old technology being needed, if that makes sense.
That battle pod shall make a glorious missile.
Oh, wow.
Lead on, venerable brother.
Follow me. Heretical scum have been relentless in their attempts to deplete my ammunition.
I wonder if... Is this the same Dreadnought that helps Titus in them? Because that would be funny. It's just Dreadnought Joe just going around beating the crap out of everybody. God, the Dreadnoughts are so cool. Granted, they're just coffins that are strapped into machines, but they're still so cool. Oh, God. Because I think the Dreadnoughts and stuff like them are the reason the even in death I still serve meme exists. And I will always find that funny. Even in death or debt I still serve is always a funny. Especially if you use it in the right situation. Oh my gosh. Absolute giggle fest ready for that one. Just because it's so funny how people can get so dedicated to certain things. And there's no problem with being dedicated to something. I want to issue that right now. If you want to dedicate to something, so long as it is, you know, good-natured and not harming anybody, go right ahead. Go right ahead with that. I will not dare try to be like, no, it's gonna do something good, don't do it, because that's a complete lie in and of itself. Give me those.
Imperium provides.
I didn't realize I was carrying shot grenades until I thought I threw them out already. Alrighty. Oh, there's an ammo thing here, a stimmy. Any random thingamaboobs? Data slates, anything like that? No. Give me... Oh my god. You. There we go. Okay. Yes, they're getting the kills, and I am running out of XPs. Yoink. But then again, the farming might do well. Yeah. Alrighty. I guarantee there's something hiding out in here. There has to be. This is too much of a side area over here to not put something over here. Data slate, skull, something, please. Oh, gene seed. Hello.
Return this to the resistance.
Don't mind me snagging that gene seed, because now you gotta worry about those as the collectibles to go and find for the XP gains. Gotta get on them gains, brother. God, every time I reference Hulk Hogan, I feel old, and I barely watched wrestling growing up. Oh god. Oh wait, was it wrestling or was it... Or was it like specifically WWE? I couldn't... Unless... Wait, no. WWE is a part of that. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I haven't had to think about that kind of stuff for a while. My brain actually did not know what to do with the information stored. It was like, wait. It's like when your computer can't process your GPU and RAM properly, and it's gotta do a whole bunch of figuring itself out type of lagging. Oy. Sometimes those are scary. Because you're like, alright, either the computer is about to explode, or we just gotta wait about 2-ish minutes. And then after that, you then gotta turn it off, figure it out, do all that other computing. Ay. Which is why building a computer I haven't done yet, just because I don't know everything just yet about how to do so. That and money for parts. Now I know there's a ton of like inexpensive parts and stuff, but if I plan on doing gaming and recording with it, it kind of needs to have the higher up parts. Just so then everything can be met with the needs. Okay.
I shall remain here and violently deter any enemy forces from following you.
Dreadnaught-Chan, no. We must say goodbye to Dreadnaught-Chan.
Load up.
You have served us well, Dreadnaught-Chan. Thank you. For the Emperor.
Our brethren barricaded this entrance to stall any attackers. Commune with the crane and engage it to remove the obstructions.
Okay.
We shall get the path clear of detritus.
Excuse me. Yeah, alrighty. Oh. A one-way down trip that was. Okay. Anything hidden in here? This would be a prime hide something area. Just saying. The only reason I fuss about it so much is because they're actual cosmetics and lore bits that are being hidden around everywhere. It's the only reason I even take the time to look around. Just for those reasons alone. Okay. Or this is just a huge, huge fight area. In which case, that will be kind of annoying. Hello? Oh. Okay, nothing up here. But this looks like a well-lit generator for possibly doing something else. Alright, nothing up here. Is there a way up there? Because they just said something about a crane blocking the thing. So we might have to do some crane stuff. That should be interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Schematics under our protection.
Look at that. It was hidden right by the objective. Okay, so yeah, there's a ton of other things that look like that. This is definitely going to be a hold-out area. That is for sure. The only bad thing about having played video games for a long time, you can kind of just look into a room and go, yep, it's gonna be one of these. One of these things. And whether it's gonna be fun or not, that entirely depends on the game. Because there are definitely some that suck, and there are some that are really good. A good example of a good thing for a thing would be like, oh look, in our Resident Evil 4, the cabin and the water room. For those of you that know, you would definitely agree with me. You would prefer the cabin over the water room. For those of you that don't know why you would, it's because the water room, you have to deal with a whole lot of different objective, like, protection things. Because at that point of a certain character, you have to escort. And then, like, because in the cabin, you can just shove them right into a locker. And for the most part, they're fine. Just make sure the enemies don't go near it. But, yeah, that's just kind of it. Give me... Oh. Oh, no. Okay.
Eternal punishment awaits you.
But yeah.
Success. We have cleared passage for ourselves.
Yeah.
Nearing the vessel's site, Talassa. Ensure nothing further impedes your progress.
But yeah. So, yeah. Because the water room is... Tell person you're defending to go twist a crank around so you can progress through the area. And enemies that you can't, like, get up and close with are gonna spawn in and try and stop that person. So you then have to stop them from getting that person, and then it turns into, man, if they get them and you're not quick enough, they can just disappear and you have to restart that whole encounter. Whereas the cabin moment, it's just make sure they don't get into the closet. Just survive and make sure they don't get into the closet. That's all you gotta do. And those are two vastly different examples of good mission setups for looking into a room and going, oh sweet. Because as soon as anybody who's been playing games for a while looks into RE4 into those two rooms, they go, oh, the cabin moment is a cutscene that you have to hold out for. And then the water room is you look into the room and go, I regret and hate everything. I think the water room and one other instance in RE4 is why escort missions are kind of... and oh my gosh. And in Metal Gear Solid 2, that... Oh man. There's a whole escort mission, or part of the game, and it is straight up, hey, escort this person, and escort them while underwater. And the person you're trying to escort underwater has a much smaller oxygen bar than you do. And you have to deal with that. And Metal Gear Solid 2 is one of those older games where if you didn't stop to save, oh boy, is it a nightmare and a half. I had to go back 4 hours one time just because I wasn't big on doing a ton of saving back then growing up, because I didn't realize the importance of it. Then as soon as the importance of it got realized, oh man. Oh man.
This one happens when you don't like, comment, subscribe.